The following is how to add UPCs to the UPC tab in the Manage SKU screen. You'll already be in the Manage SKU screen, and we've entered in all the information on the General tab, such as SKU number and all the information for that SKU. We've entered in the size grid information on the Grid tab that attaches that size grid to the SKU. And now we're ready to enter in information on the UPC tab. You will only use the UPC tab if you're going to manually enter in UPC numbers or scan in UPC numbers. This is used if you don't print RICS generated UPC barcode labels. If you're going to use manufacturer UPCs, such as UPCs that are already on the box, you can manually put those in or you can scan those in. This is the screen that you would do that. So at the top right, you'll see identifier type, which the default is UPC-A. If you click on the drop-down arrow, the other types of UPCs are UPC-E, EAN-8, EAN-13, GS1-128, and I205. The default for most UPCs used in a retail store is the UPC-A. There's also the invalid UPC. If you type in an invalid UPC in one of the sizes, you'll see a peach colored border around that size. That tells you that it's an invalid UPC. If a UPC is not available, such as you go to type in a UPC number, but that UPC number is really being used for another size, then you'll have a gray colored border around that size to tell you that that UPC is not available. When you're ready to start either manually typing in those UPC numbers or scanning those UPC numbers, you go to the size that you want to enter that in and type in that UPC number. And then press enter. You can use the arrow keys going left and right or up and down to get to the sizes that you need. You'll just enter in all of the UPC numbers or scan those UPC numbers in. Now if you go to enter in an invalid UPC, and press enter, you'll see that it will show the peach colored border around that size. That's where it tells you that it's an invalid UPC. And if you go to type in a UPC that's already being used, an alert center message will come up and tell you that that UPC has already been used. And if you click OK, that's where you'll see that gray colored border around that size. So once you type in all of the UPCs or scan the UPCs in that you need, it's very important that you click on the Save UPCs button. That's what saves the UPCs into your system. Once they're saved, they'll be listed down below, where you'll see the column value, row value, identifier type, identifier, and organization. These are all the UPCs. There is an uncheck all button, a check all button, and a delete selected identifiers. If you're wanting to select all your UPCs and delete them, you can click on check all, and it will put a check mark in each of those boxes, and you can click on delete selected identifiers. If you want to uncheck everything that's checked, click on the uncheck all. Or if you just want to select particular UPC numbers and delete just those sizes, you can check those items and click on delete selected identifiers. And that'll delete those UPCs. You won't need to use the save and continue, save and clear, and save and copy. Those were used back on the General tab and the Grid tab. And when you're done entering all the UPCs that you need for this style, and you've clicked on Save UPCs, that completes entering in UPCs on the UPC tab for Manage SKUs.